Menopause Skincare, here it is, here's the video. So I feel a bit weird doing this, but you asked me to do it, so I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. And basically what happened is people had heard me talking about just how my skin had changed in menopause, and then I spoke about what I've been doing and what's been helpful, and that's all I'm going to do today is just share a few different things. So what happened, I noticed as my estrogen started to decline, my skin just changed. It just felt really different. So I used to have, you know, typically greasy skin, and then it started going really, really dry, and it would change depending on my hormones, but typically I felt like the texture of my skin changed. It became almost like a sandpaper texture. And then I'd start getting like lumps on my skin. It was way more sensitive on my arms and on my legs. Very, very dry. And my overall complexion looked dull, like really like flat and tired looking. And I actually wasn't that bothered about it, but then a friend came to stay, and she's a skincare expert, and she went through all of the things that I'd bought. You know, we all buy products. And she just said, if I showed you what to do with these, would you do it? And I was like, yeah, sure. I'm a really good student, so if you tell me what to do, I'll definitely do it. And she did. And I've been following this sort of regimen for 5 or 6 months now, and I've really just seen a difference in my complexion that I love, and so that's what I'm going to share with you today. So what I have, and I'm such a nerd, is I did myself like a cheat sheet, because I can't remember everything. So I talk about what I do in the morning, what I do in the evening, and what extra treatments I do, but I've never done these extra treatments, so I can't really talk about those. So before we start, what I want to talk about is how lifestyle choices can impact your skin, and they do make a difference, right? So exercise and food and hydration, if you haven't got those 3 things nailed, then you're not really going to do much of a difference by adding a few creams. I really think that the difference, really good nutrition, like solid nutrition for cell renewal, and then also exercise actually regenerates new cells. So all of those things are so impactful. And then of course we need hydration in our body. So focus on those as much as everything else. I try and get enough water in during the day. I drink 3 to 4 litres a day of liquids, mainly water. I eat mostly whole foods, easily 80% of the time. I also have treats, but my refined sugars and my added sugars are limited. I don't really process foods. I try and eat lots of vegetables, lots of fiber. They're really good for your gut health, and that in turn will help with like the skin renewal as well. And then exercise, just do it, don't question that. Okay, so I'm going to talk about what I do on the morning quickly, and then what I do on the afternoon, and I'm going to leave you with the 3 products I think that have made a difference for me. So on the morning, I don't do anything. My face is already clean, so I just wash it again with a hot flannel, and that's literally just to wake me up. And then the next thing I do is add vitamin C, and this is one of the game changers for me. So I'm going to see if I can get this to come to the screen. I don't know if you can see this, it's not great, but I'm going to put everything in the notes. So this is called Timeless Vitamin C, and this has been, I think, really good for my dull complexion. It really does help brighten the skin. It's an antioxidant, right? Vitamin C is an antioxidant. It does degrade quite quickly, and so I keep this in the fridge, and it helps prolong its life. And so when I do put it on in the morning, I just open it up and put like 3 little drops on my hand and pat it on my face. And it's cold and it's refreshing, and it feels really good. And then you need to leave it for about a minute. It has to like absorb into the face. This is, I think you can buy this anywhere like Sephora or Ulta. It's going to be those type of shops. You can buy it on Amazon. I just checked the price. It's $17.45 US. So, and I have used half of this now, and I've had it about 5 months, 4 or 5 months. So it lasts. So it's not too bad. So yeah, and it also helps with collagen production. And we know that losing estrogen directly impacts our collagen production. And so this can help with that. So I love that. And then if I need to, I moisturize my face. My face like I said, got really quite dry. And I use either a regular moisturizer, just a bog standard one with very little perfume in and no sunscreen. I don't have sunscreen in the moisturizer. Or I'll use this brand, CeraVe. CeraVe, I think it comes up backwards on this. But CeraVe is one of those standard brands in Walgreens, CVS, Shoppers, but it's dermatologically tested, and I really like all of these products. No perfume in them, and this is a hydrating hyaluronic acid serum, and I just put 2 squirts of that on my hand. That's about $14–15, and it just adds moisture to the skin. It's like quenching and hydrating, and I like this. I don't use it every day though. The thing I do use every day, and I think this is since moving to Houston, I've become a bit of a drill sergeant with this, is sunscreen. So I'm never without sunscreen. Every single day I wear it, and I don't go cheap on it. I actually buy a good quality one, because I'm in this blazing sun and I'm really worried about like my skin, and I want to protect it from any potential skin cancers. And so these are ones I just got again from the chemist, but I always wear sunscreen, and I think that's been one of the biggest things I've done that's made a huge difference. And sometimes I might mix a little bit of like right now I have sunscreen on with a little bit of foundation mixed in, and I just put it all over my face, and it sort of evens out my complexion, which it needs. Something else I have, and I only use occasionally, is an eye cream. And I have dark eyes, like those big baggy eyes. It doesn't look too bad right now. And so this is an eye cream I use, and I just put it on sometimes on the morning before the sunscreen, just to calm my eyes down. But honestly, don't bother. I'm telling you what the ones to buy, don't bother with that one. So on the morning, the 3 things I do is the vitamin C, and sometimes moisturizer, and then definitely the sunscreen. Vitamin C and sunscreen are the 2 to take away. On an evening, I wash my face, and sometimes I wash it twice. And I think getting my face super clean has been a game changer as well. Again, I've used CeraVe. Can you see this product here? CeraVe. One is the hydrating facial cleaner, and one is the micellar. Is that how you pronounce it? Micellar water. And the reason I like this one in particular is you just pump a few pumps on your hand, and you can get deep and dirty. And I'll do this one day if anyone wants to see what it actually looks like in action. And you can get all your makeup off, and it doesn't sting your eyes. And then I just get a big hot flannel, and it all comes off. And I don't wear very much makeup, so it doesn't take long to take off. And then sometimes I might go over with this just to get really clean. So I clear my face really well. And then, I mean, this is the magic sauce, right? This is the thing that everybody talks about. This is the tretinoin, and this isn't mine. So this is my son's cream. I don't use this one. This is what my son uses for his acne. So tretinoin is a vitamin A, and it's so great for teenagers with acne. And you can get this for yourself from the doctors. It has to be on prescription, and I think this costs about $6–7 for this tube, and it'll last him about 4 to 6 months. I'm hoping he doesn't need it soon and he can give it to me. And it promotes cell renewal, and I think that when you hear about like retin-A, everyone talking about it, that's what they're talking about. It's the tretinoin, and it's vitamin A. So I put this on an evening, right? And I'm going to show you the product I actually use, and it's a tiny amount, and this is 0.25 my son's, and I actually use this product called Cureology. Now, so you need to get it from a prescription from a doctor, but this Cureology is a subscription service that you can get, and I think it's only in the US, and for 2 months it cost me $29. So that's like the most expensive thing I use. Every single night I do 3 pumps on my hand, and I just put it all around my face, on my neck, and on the back of my head, everywhere. I just rub it on and really rub it in and get it stuck in. And what happens is it almost like exfoliates and takes off the the top layer of dry skin, and it just instantly sort of helps regenerate new cells and brightens the skin. And it's just, my skin feels so different. The texture of my skin is night and day since I started using this. I can't give you discount on this. I don't have any affiliation, nothing. I can do a link to Cureology, and I think if you use the link, then I might get a free month's worth of subscription. So if you want to help a sister out, you could do that. Otherwise, I'm not really bothered. But the problem with vitamin A, retin A, is it's really quite powerful, and I've got skin like an old leather handbag and I can do anything with it. But if you've got sensitive skin, this may not be for you. And even if it is for you, when you go through this Cureology, the thing I like about it is you're assigned a doctor, a dermatologist, and they actually tell you how to do it step by step. So I started 2 days a week, and then 3 days a week, and then 4 or 5, and I built it up over time until you build up a resistance to it. Some people just can't use it at all, and if that's you, then you can buy products in the shop that have got retinol in, and it's not the same thing, but it's like a calmed down version. But that might be for you if the retin A is too strong for you. And so the 3 things you need to take away from this, from a lifestyle perspective, is exercise, nutrition, and water are musts, right? Probably the water you're not drinking enough. A lot of women don't. And then from a product standpoint, if it was me and I was telling you to buy 3 things, it would be vitamin C. Again, this is that timeless brand. I like it, whatever, $17. A really good quality sunscreen, and don't be shy about putting lots of that on. And retin A. And that's it. I had a question though, when I said I was going to post this video, somebody said, yeah, but you're on HRT and that's the reason your skin's got that like nice complexion. So here's something I would say about that. There's no doubt about it that taking HRT will help with cell renewal, collagen production, because it increases the estrogen in your body. But it's a microdose. I mean, you're not taking that much estrogen. What I would say is that I've never looked after my skin ever. Barely used to wash my face, used to go to bed with my makeup on all the time. And in my 30s, when I had an abundance of estrogen and I had 2 children then, so I had peak levels of estrogen, my skin didn't feel as nice as it does now. Like then it just felt like dry and worn out all the time. So I don't think it has had that much impact. I think I've just started looking after it and it's made a difference. And so, yeah, so that's the things I would really recommend you're looking at. And then just as an aside, I just need to say this. There's not one part of me wants to hide how old I am. So I'm going to be 48. I'm 48 now, 49 next month, 50 next year. So I'm on the road to 50. I feel good in myself. I look after myself. I'm okay having wrinkles. I have lots of them. I don't know why you can't see them so much on this video, but I do have them and I'm not afraid to show them. I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not trying to look like I was in my 20s or 30s. It's not what's important to me. I just hated the way my skin was feeling. It didn't feel nice. It just felt tired and dry, and I just wanted to just get some like health back into it. But on a funny note, my son said to me, he showed me a picture using the app that made me look younger, you know, the old aging app and the youth app. And when he showed me the young app, he said, that's how you think you look. And then when he showed me the old person, he went, but that's how you really look. Kids, there you go. Thought that was funny anyway. So if that was helpful, let me know. If you want to know anything else, let me know. If you want to see how that looks in action, let me know. Somebody asked me to show how I did my makeup. I don't really wear very much, but I can. This is not my thing. I do nutrition and fitness. I don't do skincare, but I hope this was helpful. And if I'll put everything in the notes so you can actually see what the products are. And then I'll also link to the Cureology if you want to buy that, because if you're going to buy it, you might as well use the link that maybe gives me a free month. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for sticking by this long. Bye for now.